Greetings. In this video, I will be explaining about the CAT4 test, which is a test that our students at Philadelphia Private School are taking every year. The CAT4 stands for Cognitive Abilities Test, and it's the fourth version of this test. Before explaining what CAT4 is, let me mention what it is not. The CAT4 is not linked to a curriculum. It's not a benchmark test which you can use to compare students to other students. And it's not a test that students can study or prepare for. Think of it like an eye test. Students cannot memorize what comes in the eye test and just recite them, because that will give false data about the eyesight of the student. And the CAT4 gives us data about the student's cognitive abilities. What it is that it is a diagnostic assessment that is designed to help students and their teachers understand how they learn and what their academic potentials might be. It assesses how students think in areas that are known to make a difference to learning. So it shows us how our students learn best, what are their best way of thinking, and what are their best way of learning. So it can tell you what are the learning preferences of your child. You know how your child learns. How does he prefer to learn? It shows how he thinks, and you would know his strengths and weaknesses based on types or ways of thinking. How us teachers can use it in the school? Well, it tells us a lot about the students, including learning preferences, so teachers can use the data to inform their daily instruction. So they can change their lesson plans to accommodate and to cater for all students' learning preferences. The teachers at Philadelphia Private School are constantly looking through the data to get to know their students more and to cater for them based on their needs. The CAT4 includes 4 batteries, as they call them. The first is the nonverbal, which is the cognitive abilities of the test, or the innate cognitive ability. It shows how the student cognitive abilities as related to himself. This is something difficult to change throughout the time. The verbal shows how much the student is able to use and how much proficient the student is in English language. The quantitative is about numbers, so it shows how good the student can play with numbers and use numbers easily. And the spatial asks questions where to show the student's ability to think in a 3-dimensional perspective and to think outside of the box. I will run you through a sample report that you will be receiving on the portal with an email explaining how to get it. So the individual report for parents first shows you details about the student and the school. I need to mention that the level D here, for example, that doesn't show the level of your students as in attainment. This is just which level of the test, which is different from one grade to another. So a grade will have all the same level. This is a bit on CAT4 explanation and why do we use it, and then we get to sample questions. This is a sample questions of verbal reasoning batteries. Then you have sample questions of quantitative battery and sample questions of the nonverbal, and at the end of the spatial. So you can see what type of questions your students are getting in the test. This is the most important part, as it shows the score of the student in all 4 batteries. So the average would lie here. If a student reached above average, like this example in verbal, this means the student is very proficient in English language. When you compare the 4 batteries, you would know where your student is best at and where he has some difficulties. Other than that, the CAT4 report gives you a descriptive text which shows you what the student needs from you and how you can help him more. In the last 2 pages, these refer to the student's ability to achieve or what to attain in the key stages, which is in the British curriculum. So if you're in a US curriculum school, these do not matter a lot, because these are linked to the British curriculum, because the CAT4 is originated from the UK. Hopefully this video was helpful, and as always, you can always call us at PPS to ask for more assistance if you want to understand more about the CAT4. Thank you for watching.